I'm planning for most of you all to see this on the playback. So we're going to get started before the room even gets popping. If some comments come in, you will see me talking to people on this video in the comments. I do like interaction. And no, we did not do this when it was originally scheduled on Friday. But here we are for free on Monday. All right, so I'm Coach Shani. I'm a spiritual life coach as well as a certified relationship coach. I'm here to help you with all things spiritual and to make the connections necessary to have a prosperous and thriving life. First, that internal connection to your higher self. So that's the spiritual relationship. We always start there. For more information on my coaching style, my programs, what I offer, go ahead and click the link on my bio area and you will be directed to all my contact information as well as my website and a list of coaching packages that I offer. Okay, and so let's get that rolling for spring. We gotta get into it. Okay, and so don't forget Thursday is a new moon, February 27th, 2025, in Virgo. So that means get your house in order this week. Clean up, get your laundry done, any outstanding tasks, and it's like end of the year administrative things for the new year. We're at the end of the year, right? So once winter wraps up, then the new year will begin in spring, according to God. All right, makes sense, right? It makes absolute sense. All right, great. So now we've got that housekeeping out of the way. We're going to talk about men approaching confident women online because I have found in my own experience that they just don't know what to say to us. And I will get, some really sweet, very, good human beings on my comments and in my DMs and emailing me. And they just have no clue what this is. Like they start stumbling over their words, or all common sense goes out the window once they see a pretty girl, right? And so I wanted to make a video about how to approach a confident woman online because there's different rules of engagement in person, right? You got to take your shot when you get it in person, but I want to talk about approaching a confident woman online because it's different here. You actually have a bigger advantage because you get to do a ton of research, fellas, before you even say anything to her. It's like you almost just got your whole, you know, everything you got the rundown about her before you even said anything to her. That gives you an advantage for so many reasons. It's because, hi guys, welcome into the live. Um, it gives you, and thank you. It gives you an advantage because now you can go research her. You can see who she is, what she likes, even if she's a good fit for you, even if you want to approach her, right? And many of us are on social media talking about our life, our beliefs, and everything. So that's like the whole first date moved out of the way. You've gotten to know so many things about this person if they're an influencer. So a lot of confident women online are on here showing you our passion, our craft, our business, our lives. And you have an advantage of seeing, okay, she's into XYZ, you know, let's fix my camera angle. She's into XYZ. Um, do I want to be a part of her world? Okay, here's her personality. Here's how she interacts with people online. You get to see a lot about a woman. So number one, always do your homework because being online gives you an advantage to where you get to see so much about this woman before you ever decide to approach her. Do not decide to approach a woman, a confident woman, online until you've studied her. Because we are going to know if you're serious or not by whether or not you even went and looked at our videos. It's like you're going to have to pull, your little FBI investigation and go, binge watch some videos. You're going to have to go back a few years and see the transition. You have access to data that can, make you a really, really strong candidate for showing up and love bombing her. Let's be honest. You could be toxic as hell and go see all this stuff and use it to your advantage. But A confident woman is also a discerning woman because she knows she has something to lose. So don't think just because you went and did your homework, oh, I got her. I know what she like. I know what she like to do. I heard her say this in one of her videos. I'm gonna just pop out on her and take her to all the places she like initially. Love bomber. We gonna look at you. So oh, you've done your research. You've done your research, right? And we're gonna say, okay, so tell me who you are, because I don't care what you do for me until I know who you are. A confident woman is going to want to know who you are. So let's do this as a precursor to doing your research on her before prior to approaching her. Have you gotten yourself together? Because she is going to pick you apart or drop you so fast to protect her peace and everything that she has built. That's why she's so confident, because she knows herself. She knows how to show up in the world. She knows what she's bringing to the table. She knows. She knows, and you can't come and tell her she's not who she is and she's not doing what she's doing. So you're not going to be able to come and mentally manipulate her. That's why she's a confident woman. That's why you're attracted to her confidence, because confidence is attractive. Are you guys jiving with this message at all? So, gentlemen, have your house in order before you start looking for a woman, because she is going to be looking at you like, so you saw my page, you saw my content, you saw my business, you saw my spirituality, you saw my body, right? There's enough on here where you can get the full picture of somebody and where they're headed. You know that in your personal life, you're not doing any of these things that line up to where I'm going. Why are you bothering me? I'm going to be honest with you. Why are you? I'm a Scorpio, y'all, so I'm going to be very direct. We're not sugarcoating nothing for no adults. Okay? We're not sugar. I'm in the USA, and we're not necessarily looking for a sponsor all the time because we can go make the money that men make, right? We're looking for somebody who's serious about our time and value us. So a lot of the time, a good, confident woman already has a business. She already knows her purpose in life. And if you're not on the same page with your higher self, she's going to say, if you're not connecting internally, how are you going to connect externally? As above, so below. So if you have an internal disconnect, and she's going to be able to sniff that out right away because she's done her healing work. She's going to know when somebody approaches her and they haven't done the work. And they might come to her because they sense that. And I don't think a lot of people know this, but you might be attracted to somebody who you feel has healed in the way you aspire to heal. And so we might be able to identify with that and put you in a friend zone, put you in a safe spot. Like, hey, buddy, I'll check on you, right? But by all means, a confident woman is going to know, no matter how much a man love bombs her, if he's right within himself, that's going to be our very first thing. Does he have any internal conflicts? Is he at war with himself? Does he need to identify with his higher self and walk in his purpose so he doesn't come over here and eventually bring me down to his level of conflicts, turmoil, internal war, and that turns into a violent relationship? It really can. It's gonna put jealousy and animosity into the relationship because he's gonna hate her level of freedom, and it's going to drag her down. So approaching a confident woman is more than you know. It could bring out a beast in you, a dark side in you, gentlemen, that you didn't know you had until you got into a relationship with somebody and these things start talking to you like she thinks she's better than you. She thinks she's running you. She's always telling you what to do. She could be providing you with guidance and you're not ready to accept wisdom from a woman because the oracles, the orishas, the world came to them for wisdom. You go to the woman for wisdom, okay? And so an unhealed man is not going to be prepared to do that. And if he has mommy issues, mama trauma, he's going to take it out on every woman he's with. So a confident woman is not afraid to block you, not afraid to reject you. She's going to be polite but direct, and you'll be dismissed. So have your house in order before approaching somebody. Do your research and see that, okay, I see where she's going. I don't agree with what she does. Um, I also have a tarot channel. Well, I don't use it anymore, but I am an oracle. I'm a reader. I do not identify as Christian anymore. I am spiritual. I am direct to God. I refer to myself as a goddess. I refer to men as gods because I know God's chosen people have God's power and we speak it through our tongue, right? We're the generators, we're God on earth, right? God gave us this power to have an experience on earth. And so if you look through my videos and say, oh, witchcraft and fortune telling and this and that, I'm going to say, honey, you clearly ain't studied me. And if you start making posts like that on your social media and we're connected, I'm going to block you. But I'm not going to let anybody sit in my energy and take shots at me at the same time, if that makes sense. So this woman is very discerning about who's around her. She's very intentional about who gets access to her. Don't get mad when somebody says, no, I am not taking any new applications for friendships. If you would like to connect over business, I'd like to see your portfolio, your body of work. I need to understand a few things about you before we enter into a business agreement. But my circle, till God shows me I need to open up and let people, this person, that person in, or I see where we're divinely connected beyond a reason, a transaction, then no, you don't get a season of my life and you definitely don't get the lifetime membership. Okay? So a confident woman is going to be thank you so much, Linda. She's going to be on top of her stuff, guys. You're going to have to know yourself before approaching her. You're going to have to do your research before approaching her, and that's the advantage you get online. So that's 1 and 2, right? Thank you so much, Linda. And hola. So hopefully this video catches you guys on the playback. So those are just 2 preliminary things before you even say hi. It's like you better have your whole life in order. You better do your research, and then you better show up in authentic energy, because that's one thing about a confident woman is that she's in her authentic energy. She knows who she is. She can show you who she is. She doesn't mind talking about certain things online. And part of doing your research is understanding that this woman is going to be transparent about her life. She is not ashamed of her past. She's not ashamed of anything she's done. And she is on here healed and helping people. Am I ready to sit in a capacity next to her and allow her to take on these comments, allow her to do her thing, allow her to continue to share her story, even if part of that story includes me? Or do I want to be the one to come into her life and shut it down? These are questions you really got to think through before you pursue that woman online who's very sure of herself. Because if you come to a woman, you haven't studied and showed yourself approved in God's eyes, your eyes, or even her eyes, to research her content and know something about her. You can't have a conversation where you're asking her questions about what she said, what she posted, to get a better understanding of how she thinks. You need to understand how a person thinks. You need to be okay with how they think if you're going to be in relationship with them, even if it's a friendship. Because why? You will do more and spend more time and have more influence in the capacity of a friend. Because it takes a while to develop a romantic relationship. And yes, they are 50% of your success and 50% of your failures. However, friendships, my friendships in high school, my associations in high school are the reason why I even went to college, y'all. That led to internship with the Department of Homeland Security, scholarships. That led to a 16-year corporate career. Okay? Associations are powerful. And if I were around the friends who were all going to go move to Atlanta and work at Magic City, then that's probably where I would have ended up. Y'all wouldn't be getting this. Y'all probably would have got this version of me after I done had a few war wounds, being out there about that life. But you understand, right? So who you connect yourself to is whose energy you're connecting your energy to. Frequencies, vibrations. They're either going to drain you or push you up. You're either going to drain them or push them up. Connect yourself accordingly. So she's going to have to look at you like, don't get offended, guys. You can learn something from approaching a confident woman. That will be the moment you have a divine encounter with God. When you approach that woman, you're going to have an encounter with God. So, number 3, once you say hi to her, be prepared for an encounter with God. And I'm going to say the easiest part of approaching her is simply going to be the comment you make to her initially. Hi, how are you? Engage her in conversation. Support her content because you're online. If you see she's making content, support her content. If you do not comment, like, follow her, you're hiding, like you don't want people to know you're associate, that's going to be a red flag. That's going to be a red flag. So, are you in a relationship? Are you this? Are you that? Oh, I'm secretive. Well, we're ain't nothing we gonna do because I'm a very public person. While I will keep the daily and intimate details of a relationship private, my life is on here to help heal others through everything that I've gone through. So if you're gonna be hiding and sneaking around and you can't support me publicly online, and this other guy's over here in my comments calling me beautiful every day, I know if I'm having a down moment, this guy don't even know it, but I know I can just count on him to show up and give me that little bit of dopamine outside of myself. And I can't even find you. Baby, you lost already. You're off the list. So that's the next part, right? So it's have yourself in order. See if you line up with her by doing your research, right? And then go ahead and reach out, start communicating, start supporting her content. Let her know you're here. Oh my gosh, that's so powerful. And I felt a big presence in my gut. It let her know I'm here now. Oh my gosh, that is this okay. Now God has entered the chat, y'all. God has entered the chat and I'm about to channel a message. God said, I've arrived. I've arrived. You made it through them first. I've arrived now. I'm here now. It's like looking up at the sky and seeing a mothership. It has landed. You called me in. I felt your energy. And it's like calling in your soulmate. It's like one of those moments. I didn't think we was gonna go here on this live, but I feel it. I feel it. Let her know you're here now. And the best way to do that, like I just said, is to show up and support her in whatever she's doing. By the time you make a comment, a phone call, a text message, an email, an appearance at her event, ain't no questions about who you are and whether or not you know who she is and if you support her mission. When you show up and say, I'm here now, you look around at what she's doing and you fill in the gap. You fill in the gap. You show up, say, I'm here now with your actions and fill in the gap. That's powerful. That is powerful. And I don't think a lot of men get that. The ones who are dug in tight, I'm not online that much. I'm shying away from supporting you. I'm shying away from being associated with you. I'm shying away from being connected to you. That person don't want you. They want something from you. Okay? And they trying to see if they can sneak and just slide a little piece of gum out the pack, okay? Trying to slide a little piece of gum up out the pack. Okay? That's what that person just showed up for. Okay? Just see if they can get a little something from you. You're right. So they trying to be a little sneaky. And every time somebody's secretive, private, this, that, and somebody can create a fake page and go support you with a different name and just be your biggest fan. You see what I'm saying? The same way people go and lurk. And if they don't want their, if they're, let's say they're in the public eye, if they don't want to be associated with anybody at that level because of their brand, until they're sure about you, until they're in a committed relationship with you, if they really wanted to, they can create a fake page, a faceless page, and support the hell out of you if they really wanted to. And just mysteriously share it with all the people they know without it even being associated with directly with them, because you're not in a relationship. If somebody really wanted to, they could. Because why? Because when people want to lurk under a fake page, they go make one and do all the bad things. So if somebody wants to do something good, they can create a fake page and be your biggest fan. They can create a fan page for you. How about that? Somebody can literally, and people do it all the time. All these celebrities, their kids will create their fan page. Their husbands will create their fans page. Because we're talking about a divine masculine approaching a divine feminine. So a DM to a DF online. It went from how to approach a confident woman, but Spirit says once that man has done it, studied, and showed himself approved, and he starts commenting on everything, he's not hiding who he is or his support of you or what he thinks of you. He communicate. He's there every day. He's showing up like, I'm here now. I heard like the big boom, the rolling drums. Like I'm here. Like he's descending out of the clouds. This is good. So y'all catch this playback. Those are three big ways. Just the three big ways. Number one, you got your stuff in order. You've healed. You know your higher self. You're walking in your purpose. Number two, you've done your research about her and you approved it. You approved it. Now I researched her and I don't agree with what she's doing and I'm finna go try to change her. Right? You researched her. Oh, we're in alignment. That's why I'm drawn to her. We're in alignment. I'm in alignment in my life, walking in my purpose with God. She's in alignment in her life, walking in her purpose. We're in alignment. Number three, let me go line it up. Let me go line this up. Let me let her know I'm here now. I want her to see me supporting her. Okay? Show up in them comments. Be her biggest fan. Be her biggest fan. And y'all, it wouldn't hurt. Start that fan page. If she's an influencer, start a fan page. You do everything else. Anyway, okay. And so, what else, y'all? And then when you actually, that's how you approach her. There's a lot of things that have to happen in the background before you even reach out and start doing all the support. And then when you make the transition from I'm your biggest fan to the actual introduction and saying, hey, here's why I'm your biggest fan. Not only do I believe in what you're doing, I support the cause, I support the mission. I would like to work with you because let's be honest, a divine masculine and a divine feminine, if you are looking at my life's in order in alignment, her life's in order in alignment, I'm going to already show up and support her. She going to be like, okay, I see you. We could actually work together and see how you work together sometimes. Just let that be known. And be honest. Say, I am attracted to you. We be like, okay, let me dress cute in front of him. And sometimes, even if we're not attracted to y'all, if y'all just let us know, we will start dressing cute. We won't just, we'll friend zone you with the eye candy perk. That'll be a little perk we throw in. Now I'm cute in front of him because he likes me. I might not feel it today. I might have to get around him more often and get a feel for it. But if I know somebody looking at me, I'm going to take it up a notch. You're already doing it because you're online, but it's different when you know somebody likes you. It brings out the girl in you. It's like a boy meets a girl, the simplest, purest form of love. Like, We ain't talking about like, we ain't talking about infatuation, we ain't talking about lust. It's just like this man genuinely sees like somebody I like her so much. And we just call it love, okay? Right? We don't need all these people in the comments talking about, oh, it's not love if it ain't, baby, you hurt. Go away. Um, we're just gonna say love because God is love, and that's all we do. It is love. Anything else is not God. God is simple and true and pure. If it ain't love, it ain't God. But if this man show up and like, I love her, let me just go show her. That's all y'all gotta do. And I think that a lot of hurt and pain. That's why I say, come get yourself together first. See if she together. Don't let a woman tear down your progress, fellas. If you healed, you've done the work, you're in alignment with God, don't let her tear down your progress either. All of us matter, not just the woman in a relationship. That's why it matters who you hitch your wagon to, because she's going to sit in your energy, you're going to sit in hers. You both matter in the relationship. You cannot let somebody bring you down either. You matter. Okay? So, have your stuff in order. Make sure she got her stuff in order. Make sure it's all in alignment together. Go be the biggest fan, and then make an offer. Here's where you finally get to you're setting things up to make the offer. The timeline you make this offer in, from the moment you researched her and showed up as the biggest fan, make it make sense. Pray about it. If you really feel that I need to know her, pray about it. God is going to show you the right moment, the right time, the right words. You might be that one person that has insight to the fact that she's having an off day and you show up for her. And now you have the spotlight. Like, only you are seen in that moment, but only God can orchestrate that for you. So go to God to get her. Make the offer, but go to God to get her. Period. If this is somebody you looking at like love, marriage, I just need an opportunity. I just need my shot. Pray to get this woman. Pray for divine intervention. Pray and follow and trust your gut. God is going to speak to you through your intuition, through your gut. So I told you, relationships and spirituality on this channel, they are one and the same. Spirituality, love, relationships, one and the same. I can't get away with talking about one without the other. You understand? So pray, study, and show yourself approved. Show God, I'm going to show up for her. Just like when you get ready to go out for a new job, you might take a few classes, clean up your resume, clean up your look, clean up your social media account. You study in this job. I want this career change. I want to switch to IT. A lot of people do that. It's like making a lifestyle change. You want to go from a factory job or FedEx or something like that to working in a career, then they make some changes. They make a few sacrifices that are worth it to them. They purge their old life for a new one. Are you willing to do that? Are you going to make room? Are you going to pray? Clean up a few things about yourself that God is going to show you. God is going to show you. Clean up a few things about yourself if you want this one. I'm not going to open her heart up to be broken because she serves me and I'm protecting her. I'm not going to open her heart up to anybody that is not ready to receive the kind of love that she gives. It ain't going to just know anybody. The divine mother, the divine father, the protector is not going to let that person get hurt. So if you ain't ready for them, God ain't going to give them to you. He'll let you shoot your shot. And they going to speak to me, speak to that confident woman, and she going to turn around and look at you like, no. Blocked and move on. Period. We have enough discernment to where we can protect ourselves as well from simple things. But when somebody comes in love bombing and things like that, we have to learn and use discernment. Confirmation. So, like I said, step 4, making the offer, you've arrived here now. Okay? I think it's going to probably be about an hour long video because it need to be said. It's just so many men lost online. Even if y'all play this at 1.25 the speed, I talk fast enough where you can't do two times the speed. But it's just so many men that are missing the point. Take heed to everything I'm saying. Anything outside of this is going to get you divorced. You might get her, you're going to be miserable, but you are going to be emotionally and spiritually divorced. God ain't finna be in that relationship if you do not go about it in a way where you've gotten yourself into alignment, they're into alignment, or at some point before you say I do, you're both in alignment and your paths are meant to cross with one another and do the work together. These couples that say you do your thing, I do my thing, baby, y'all roommates. I've been there and I didn't like it, so I got out of it. Okay? Let's be clear. Let's be very clear. And you'll know that you're not healed and you're not ready for her if you start off being argumentative with her. You tell her she's wrong, or you try to control her, or try to force her to see something your way, then you're unhealed. You're saying it in the name of God. You're gaslighting her. You need to go over there and heal, babe. She just needs to, you don't listen to people. You just forceful. And you loud and wrong. And I'm a lady. And I felt that energy rise up in my spirit from dealing with a forceful, angry man. Not that he's a bad person or any of them who try to argue with me online. That's why I got off of Facebook. Can't do it. The men over there be arguing with women. He just need to go heal, babe. Nobody's all good. I'm not all good. And nobody's all bad. So you can't walk around hating people or say they'll never change. They will change with God. They will not change with you. Because if you accept it, they ain't going to never change it. You stuck with it. They're going to be afraid to change because then they might lose you. Even if it's a better change. And then you're going to realize they do change for the better. They might not want you because you accept anything. It got real. Okay, so when you're making the offer, go to God about how to do that. If you're not ready to go to God for a woman, you don't need her. You don't deserve her. You're not going to get her. You're not going to get her. You're not going to get her. You ain't getting her. You won't get me. You ain't going to get me. You ain't getting her. And if it's a woman who's gone through the path of religion to spirituality, do not try to force her back down into religion or force her back down. Back down. You're going to have to back down. Because once that woman feels that in her mind she has ascended from pagan religions, man-made religions on the earth, and broken free to a direct spiritual connection, where it's like she's floating in the air, she's at the top of the firmament, with her ear to the firmament, listening directly to God, you're not going to force her back into a religion. You're not going to do it. So I would say that make sure that you studied her, and this is the one you're going after. Look at all the spiritual stuff she posts. Look at all the stuff I post. I tell you, I no longer identify as Christian. So look at what this woman's posting. See if she's conflicted. Fellas, look and see if she's conflicted. Does she really know herself? Is she posting 1 minute, she talking about Jesus. The next minute, she into her crystals and rocks. Make it make sense. Either you in religion, and the religion don't accept all that stuff, even though it's in the Bible. But you have to be outside of the religion to do those things. So you better know yourself so you know what you're going to attract. That's why I say that part is super important. Not to say that you're an expert in anything. You're going to learn more together. And if there's some healing to be done in certain areas, there's certain things that aren't going to heal until you're in a relationship, until you're in a partnership. That's when you can finally heal some of those other pieces. And then there's more things that are going to heal as you nurture your children together. Your parent wounds will start to heal as you become a parent. Your relationship wounds will heal as you get into relationships. But your identity wounds heal while you're single. Who am I? You discover that while you're single. How do I interact with people? You discover that when you're in a relationship or in a friendship. And, can I love unconditionally? You'll discover that as you're a parent and nurturing this child, right? So nobody's 100% healed. Even after you go through the evolution of divine masculine, feminine, and child, there's still more to learn. Okay. So I hope this helps somebody. I really hope it helps you find your way, find your one. We're all meant to be loved and to love. Don't say it ain't for you, babe. Don't let that last relationship be your last relationship. There's better. Become a new you and attract a new them. Let it be good. Let it be God. Let it be God centered. Don't live in your past and hold yourself back. That is the worst thing you can do. Why wouldn't you want to have a great life? Why would you say, I'm done with all the good things? That is what you speak over yourself. Then don't expect to have friends who are happy and free and loving. Nobody wants to sit around that low vibrational energy. And if you don't get invited to stuff, that is why it's time to heal, boo. Okay? They love you, but nobody want to have you raining on their parade. Oh, that ain't for me. That ain't for me. Well, this event's not going to be for you. We're just not going to invite you, negative Nancy. I still not have fun. No, you don't. No, you don't. You lying to yourself. We see it. We discuss it. We just going to leave you out. Y'all think that ain't real. Get you a group of friends and be the one that don't. You're going to get left out. Because people want to be happy. People want another chance in life. People want to make things happen. People want to go where there's excitement. People want to see people doing things that like inspire them like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. How do you do that? Not, she gonna lose it all. She ain't nothing. She ain't nothing special. And you're not gonna be the one invited because the other ones are like, can I please come? I need to see you do. I need to witness this. I need to have that moment in my life. I need to see somebody doing it. Somebody else is going to cling on to your belief until theirs is activated. The other people, they're going to be haters in the background. And so you can't be in a relationship with people like that. Now, if you're looking at somebody who's online and they're confident, they putting all their stuff out here. They even telling you how they are non-religious, right? Telling you they touch tarot cards. They tell you they get oracle messages. If I were a prophet in the church, I wouldn't be called a fortune teller. I would be a prophet at the church telling people's fortune and telling the future, right? As long as it's under certain people's control. It's like marijuana was illegal until the government could tax it. Now people are in jail for it. But they control it, so it's no longer illegal. But these people still in jail for it. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing's all good. Nothing's all bad. Things just need to be under certain people's control for them to accept it. She's not good over there until I control her energy, her power, her this, her that. If you are an unhealed man who seeks to control a woman, just want her to get over there and sit down, shut up, cook your food, lay up with you, do what you want to do in life. And if you give them, baby, don't think that God is going to give you that confident woman. You finna get the loud woman that you don't realize that she done gave up on herself. Don't confuse the two. Don't confuse the two. Don't confuse loud with confident. Because underneath that boisterous voice is some low self-esteem and a trauma bond between you and her. I watch it all the time. All I do is watch people. I've been in my own situations like that. So I can tell you the truth about them, right? And the people who come out here combative and argumentative with me are mad for me exposing what they really feel. and they don't want to heal. They don't want to do the work to heal. They act like it's going to kill them. They act like it's worse than living a lie. That's the part I don't get. This is not worse than living a lie. If you don't hear like the life, um, healing is beautiful. Healing is going to bring you into a new life. I think that people are afraid that they can't change. We can all do the work and change. We can. People don't like change, right? People don't like change. People want it easy, whatever, whatever. Y'all coming in like the live. We wrapping up this conversation about how to approach a confident woman online. Y'all gonna catch the playback, but yeah. I feel that we're gonna have more of this. Look forward to you guys. I am going to be hosting some conversations. I will be hosting divine masculine and divine feminine conversations, right? It's probably going to be over Zoom, right? Either Zoom or Clubhouse. We might start this on Club. We might go to Clubhouse. We're going to see. But in the next 2 weeks, or as the new year starts this spring, right? The spiritual new year starts this spring. The planetary new year starts this spring. Not the government's new year, but God's new year starts in the spring. So as the new year rolls out, as things come back to life, as above, so below, you will get new and fresh things from me. If there's anything that you need help with in your life, make sure to reach out to me. My information is in the link in my bio. thecoachshoni@gmail.com is the best way to reach me. My emails pop up like text messages, so okay, you're getting the same experience, right? My phone number is reserved for people who I have approved a phone call with. Don't be on her just calling me. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm a black woman. I'm a Scorpio, and I'm very direct. Don't just do it. Unless it's an unaliving situation, an emergency, you absolutely do it. Do it. Don't hesitate. Don't think about it. Okay? Call me. But please use email as the primary mode of contact. If you're seeing this, go ahead and like it. Subscribe to my channel. Share this with somebody. Share this with all the men you know. All the single men. Because if they're married and they got into it wrong, they're going to be pissed off. It's like, what you sending me this for? What you trying to say about my marriage? Y'all already know. People like, you being messy. Why you sending them that video? Somebody needs to say it. Don't be using me. Don't be, but you can. I said it. I'ma say it. Y'all can go ahead and share my videos because make a clip of the part they really need to hear the most, and they'll probably click on it and listen to the whole video. But if it need to be said, somebody asked me if I could forward a whole reel to somebody for them that I made because they was like they need to hear this. But if I send it to them, they gonna say I'm being messy. I'm so done. I'm like, y'all ain't finna use me to get y'all friends in order like this. I'm here, but I count it all joy. That's the funniest stuff ever when people reach out to me like, can you send this to somebody for me? If it need to be said, I'm gonna say it. We gonna air this out. When Scorpio steps in the room and stuff ain't right, this is right up on top. We gonna be in this mode until things get like this. But you gonna learn in the process. We gonna teach you something. That's the order of things when you dealing with a Scorpio. We're always going to be paying attention. We gonna read that room. We gonna put some sunshine back in it because we not finna sit in no any type of environment. And we're going to teach you because we love you. Okay? We want it to be a healthy environment for everybody. And so if y'all on this live, like this live, like my live, like the live, okay? This is free game today. And so support the channel. We're trying to grow to 1,000. We're growing to 1,000. Oh, we finna get this going, okay? And so, yeah, I will be hosting those conversations for the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine in the very near future. So you guys get ready for that. I will be advertising it on the page. There will be a limit. A limit. of 20 people, 10 men, 10 women. The host will be me. My co host is going to be a man. And there will be a limit of 10 men and 10 women. I will post clips so y'all can see part of the conversation, but I want people to speak freely. So I am not going to share the entire conversation. It will be hosted on a Zoom or a Clubhouse platform. Okay. Still working out the logistics for that. And you guys, as like I said, as above, so below. There's so many things that I'm going to be rolling out in this season. So just always be looking out and make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button. But I love y'all. Y'all be great.